Hello, everyone, and welcome to another GoVols 24/7 and 24/7 Sports Tennessee football video preview as we look ahead towards the Vols hosting the Kentucky Wildcats in a key SEC Eastern Division matchup, particularly as it pertains to Tennessee's hopes of finding a way to Atlanta. And Grant, right off the bat, he's Grant Ramey. I'm John Brice. Thanks for joining in. Grant, right off the bat, what do you see as keys for Tennessee this weekend?
Sound like a broken record, but no slow starts. Everything's been great. Sunshine and rainbows the last week and a half. New energy, new confidence, new team chemistry, whatever. If Tennessee gets down 10, 14, 17, I think that's out the window, and it's right back to that team it was dating back to South Carolina and all those games before. They can't dig themselves in a hole. This is a Kentucky team that wants to run the football, control possessions, control the clock. If you get down 2 touchdowns, they're going to start eating away the clock, and it's going to be hard to come back.
Yeah, I think Tennessee has a lot of confidence in its advanced scouting this week. I think the Vols believe they've picked up some tendencies from the Wildcats offense, particularly as Kentucky does look to run the football. And certainly Tennessee is concerned and trying to look for any edge that it can glean because of its lack of depth along the defensive interior. Really pleased, I think, with the way Kyle Phillips is playing. Kendall Vickers is just that steady guy right now that has been so valuable. Probably, to me, the most unsung hero of the defensive side. But Grant, what do you expect out of Tennessee's defensive tackles this week?
You talked about Kendall Vickers. I mean, he doesn't get enough praise. As many people as have been injured, he's the one guy that keeps coming back. And Kyle Phillips, the more Butch talks about him, the more it sounds like he's a permanent defensive tackle, as talented as he was as a defensive end. In high school, he's 260, 265, whatever Butch talked last night about getting him up to 275, 280, and that's a permanent move. So you don't hear anybody say a bad word about the kid. He wants to do whatever to help the team win. He's doing that. He's showing that right now. You'd like to see Kongbo get involved, Jonathan Kongbo, but right now you don't really know what's going on with him. With talking about team concepts and stuff. So you need a lot from Kyle Phillips, and you need Kendall Vickers to be Kendall Vickers.
Yeah, and another one I would throw into the mix there, Quay Piku is a guy that we saw play and actually do some decent things against Alabama in a game that very quickly got away from the Vols. Then we didn't really see him very much at South Carolina. Played some more last week against Tennessee Tech. And then LaTroy Lewis, very clear, he also has worked this week along the defensive interior. So something to watch there. I, too, think that a quick start is big for Tennessee. But I think if Tennessee starts quick and really continues to play loosely the way it's done, that I think the Vols can stretch a lead and sort of have some comfort in this contest.
Yeah, they gotta find some continuity on the offensive line. They keep shuffling there. You want to get Josh Dobbs back to being the guy where he's accounting for 400 total yards and kind of setting the pace on offense. If they can do that, that's a team they should beat. But South Carolina was a team they should beat, and people learn that you can't really trust them in those situations.
That's about all the time we have now. On Tennessee's offensive line from left to right, I would look for the tackles to be Drew Richmond at left and Brett Kendrick at right, and then Ja'Shawn Robertson, Coleman Thomas, and Dylan Wiseman along the interior. Tennessee expecting to have potentially 2 key players back, Alvin Kamara and Cam Sutton. Depends on who you talk to as to which of those guys is ahead. I think Kamara entered the week ahead. I think maybe now as the week has unfolded, Cameron Sutton has made up ground and really been a guy that coaches are pleasantly encouraged by potentially being able to contribute this week. Game time decisions, we'll see if we can find out anything before then. For Grant Ramey, I'm John Brice. Thanks for tuning in to 24/7 Sports.